This is Strong Tower here. I did a video about this back in November or December of 2011, and now we're in 2012. There's some interesting events going on around this. The Pope, because of health reasons, is almost getting ready to retire. And what's really interesting is the person that they're looking to make the next Pope. And if you look at St. Malachy's prophecies and look at who they're about to raise up, it's very interesting what's about to go on. Looking at St. Malachy's prophecies, going back to the 1500s, he has predicted every pope to a T of who is going to come. And he said there's going to be 112 popes. We're on number 111 right now. And what's really interesting is he wrote this about the last pope. He said, in the persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will reign Peter the Roman, who will feed his flock among many tribulations, after which the seven-hilled city will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge the people. And considering all the revelation that God has given me and other people about what's going on, we're on the verge of World War III. All of this is just starting to come to fruition. It's really freaky. Let me show you who they're about to raise up, because what's interesting is the person they're about to raise up, guess what his name is? His name is Peter. This is the next pope who is supposed to succeed Pope Benedict. His name is, of course, Peter, which is ironic, but this guy is the next pope who is supposed to succeed Pope Benedict. So it's funny, St. Malachy called him Peter the Great, so this is really interesting.
There won't be any papal election in the Vatican until the current pontiff actually dies. But his decision to appoint an African to a top post in his cabinet has fueled speculation that the topmost job in the Catholic hierarchy may be coming to Africa sometime soon. Indeed, in the last papal election that brought Pope Benedict to the helm of the Church, Francis Cardinal Arinze of Nigeria was seen as a likely successor to Pope John Paul II. But at age 77, Arinze's star has since dimmed, and focus is now shifting to Ghana's only cardinal, who believes there is nothing wrong with having a black pope.
As for the thing of an African pope, it's why not? Why not? The church has had a very successful way of making everybody a bishop of Rome. And that just means that, a pope is not just a pope of the universal church, but he's also the bishop of Rome.
At 61.
This next short clip is from 777 AEJ. Her very young daughter had a dream, ironically, about the next pope, and that he's going to be black, which is pretty crazy. And like I said, her daughter's very young, and she called the next pope king of the mythical creatures. And one of the first things that came to mind was Satan's bloodline, the reptilians, wheat versus tares. If you know anything about that subject, just research it. But it's very interesting. But anyway, she dreamed that the next pope is going to be black, and she said it's going to be very prophetic.
She also describes a man in her dream who is African American, black skinned. He's wearing a pope hat. The hat has a symbol on it. She called him a king. He's wearing a robe of some sort. She thinks it looks to me like a wizard type robe. She called him the king of mythical creatures. He had an ogre looking thing with him who had black and red scaly skin. And then she also thought the man, the king, was prophetic. Her dream was very confusing, so I can't explain it to you chronologically, but those things she thought were prophetic in the dream. King of mythical creatures.